Hi everybody, welcome to Mom's Zen Room. It's been a long time since I've done a video. I apologize for that, but I'm back and I plan on doing this more regularly, especially going into the new year. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about imposter syndrome. This is something that we all face in different aspects of our life, whether it's professional or parental, in our different relationships. Sometimes we feel like an imposter. Um, Now, I look at imposter syndrome as unjustified self-doubt. That's kind of how I define it. And it's the way that I sort of explain it, or it makes sense to me, is like if you are taking a class, a college class, and you show up for every class, you do all the homework, you've got everything under control, right? You are good to go, you know your stuff. Well, your midterm comes along and you feel like, I'm gonna fail, I'm no good, there's no way I'm gonna pass this class, that's it. That is imposter syndrome, because that is unjustified self-doubt. You've put in the work, so you know what's going on. Now, if you're a student who has been in the class, hasn't done any of the homework, is already kind of hanging on barely with a D, you and you're like, well, there's no way I'm going to pass this test. Well, you're probably right. That's justified self-doubt. So self-doubt is, you know, it's an important thing for us to feel, because it can keep us humble, which is, that's an aspect of us that we don't want our egos to get out of control, so we're not keeping the checks and balances. We do want to have some of that self-doubt to spark our investigating, our research, like evaluating where we are in our career, in our relationship, in whatever aspect of life we're feeling some doubt about. And so it can be a very helpful tool. But if it's not justified and it lingers and you stay in that state of self-doubt, it can be very paralyzing. I've gone through it a couple times in the massage business, where I just feel like, especially like when I raised my rates, I started out my business with on the lower end of the normal spectrum, or the prices around town. I was not the lowest, but I was in a very reasonable range. And when I decided I needed to, for my own, well-being, I needed to raise my rates, I kind of went through that imposter syndrome, feeling like, do I deserve to get paid this much? And for me, it's like, of course I do. I mean, I can look at it and logically speaking, I have not just my required classes for my license. I have, the school I went to was a lot longer and than the requirements. So I have even like 200 extra hours of information, and I got a lot of continuing ed in my first 2 years in business, and I have incredible reviews and I have wonderful customers who come back. Now, granted, I'm not for everybody. Not everybody comes to see me and says, oh, she's my girl, I'm gonna be there forever. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean that I'm not good at what I do, but I do have probably more of a niche with certain types of people, or what they're looking for. And that's not a one-size-fits-all for anyone in any industry, really. So it helps me to kind of like reflect on all of those things that have over the years proven that I am good at what I do. And that doubt that creeps in every once in a while, it does keep me evaluating, like, okay, am I at a point now where I need to improve my skills, get some new skills, kind of reevaluate all of my, maybe I want to add something new to my service list. So there's a lot of benefit that can come from those little doubts that creep in, but it's what we do with them. And we really need to, as an individual, as a professional, I've been through this with being a mom. Though I talk about imposter syndrome when you feel like nothing that you do for your kids or because of your kids is helping, or it doesn't seem like you are succeeding. There can be a lot of feelings of failure during different periods of raising your children, and it is so important to know that it's a journey. It's not just every day is going to be a little different, but in the big scheme of things, if you are, if you're parenting from an aspect of love, forgiveness, understanding, you are succeeding, even if it doesn't always feel that way. But that's a topic for another day. So back to imposter syndrome. I would like to give everybody the opportunity to really ask the tough questions of yourself when you're feeling like I don't deserve this income. I shouldn't be in this job. This relationship that I'm in, this person is too good for me, or whatever the case may be. Really look at, are you justified in doubting, or is this something that is, sometimes our emotions play tricks on us, and we can question things that really are not true. So if you're feeling self-doubt, if you're feeling like maybe you're not good enough, then take some deep breaths and really evaluate, really look at what are the facts. Because our emotions, we know they ebb and flow, they change, sometimes they're overwhelming, sometimes they're hard to grasp. But the truth is always the truth, no matter how we feel about the truth. And if I am a qualified and talented massage therapist, that's going to be true whether I believe it or not. So the important thing is that I remind myself of that, so that if I am having some kind of self-doubt that is truly unjustified, I can look at it and say, no, maybe what I need to do is just spend a little extra time on my business plan, maybe do a little meditating. I like to read my reviews when I'm feeling doubtful and remind myself what makes me the best massage therapist that I can be, and really refocus on that instead of all those the minutia of things that can drown you, really. If you are comparing yourself to everybody else out there, that never works, because you are unique. I am unique. There's no one else like me. And the people who know me best know that is really true, because I'm different from anyone else, and so are you. So I encourage you to really really love yourself, be open to growth, and pat yourself on the back, because you are qualified to do whatever you're doing. And if you're not, you can change it, you can improve. So by all means, keep yourself humble, but also be very realistic with yourself. Be honest. You've accomplished things in your life that you have earned. You've done it. You've worked hard and you've done it. So enjoy that feeling, and keep your checks and balances for when you need them, but really live your best self and believe in yourself. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye, and I plan on hopefully doing another one before the new year turns over. So Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you're having a great holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever you celebrate, whatever your beliefs are, I just hope that you are surrounded by friends and family and people who love you and support you. And don't forget to love yourself and support yourself. All right. Till next time. Bye.